Hello YouTubers, today I wanted to talk to you about the Raspberry Pi, specifically the Model 0W or wireless. So what the Raspberry Pi is it's a little tiny computer board about this big that comes for sale at about $5 at all of your local electronics stores. And you can basically program it to do anything you would want it to do. By anything, I mean anything that any electronic device can do. It could be your alarm clock, or it could be your home computer that you use to browse the internet. So when you buy a Raspberry Pi, almost everybody always asks, how do you get started? To get started with a Raspberry Pi, the first thing you're probably going to need is a power supply. So all of these run on the same old power supply that you used to use for your cell phone, the little tiny micro USB. So this little thing just plugs right into the micro USB port there on the left, and that's it. So that powers it. So how do you get an operating system on it? Is to just use a little tiny micro SD card. Again, if you have an old cell phone, you could just take the micro SD card out, slide it right in there. Now, with that, most people want to tie these into some sort of monitor or a computer or a TV. So for the Pi Zero, you're going to need this adapter. So this is a micro HDMI at that end, which fits right into the Pi. And then at the other end is your standard HDMI that would run a cable right to your TV or monitor. So with that, the micro USB also has another port in the middle there that would need this adapter to give you a standard USB. This would do all of your Wi-Fi adapters or any USB, a printer, anything like that. It uses USB. So some of the things you can, once people get these, they wonder what they're going to do with the Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pis, some of the things that I've done with them are I've made my own cloud or security cameras, like so. So this little bitty camera comes for sale for about $30, or you can get them cheaper on Amazon. I think this one was only about $8 on Amazon, with the little cable that comes with every case. And then you can go and make your own Nest Cam or things like that for basically $20. Other things you can do. So I've purchased this other thing called a Sense Hat. This was about $30 at my local Micro Center. And what this does, this little thing here has this big number 30 pin I/O thing. And then you get this thing here for your Raspberry Pi. You solder it right in there. And then once you connect this adds all kinds of functionality. So you can see the 8x8 LED thing here. That's kind of like your alarm clock. You can see all kinds of numbers, whatever text you want to program onto there. You get this little joystick, so I can move it up, down, left, right, whatever. I could do any function with that. Moving it up may do something or may not. This has a temperature sensor in it, a humidity sensor. It has an accelerometer, so if it was going and it detected motion, it can tell you how fast it's going. It has a gyroscope, so if it's sitting still like in an airplane and then it tilts, it could tell you it's not level anymore or it's been disrupted. It has a magnetometer, so it can detect electricity, like if you held it next to a plug or something like that, it could tell you the voltage or anything like that. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to seal it in a 2-liter. I'm going to sink it into the bottom of my pool with a battery pack. And then in the summer, I'm going to know what the temperature of my pool is. It's just random use. May not be practical, but it's just fun to do. So if you have more questions, just feel free to message me or IM me. And I love working on these things. If you have other ideas, just let me know. Thanks.